Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Greek Godcast. We're your hosts. I'm Dan the Man, and with me, as always, is the Greek God himself, Tyler Jones.
Happy cold Tuesday evening, folks.
Yeah, it's been chilly this last couple of days.
A very strange cold.
Yeah.
Of course, hopefully, I know most of you are from this area that we are in.
Yeah.
I'm hoping most of you are well after the brutal storm we had, Saturday night?
Yeah.
Saturday night. And for those of you that are not from around here, we had their strong 60-mile-an-hour winds. People are still without power, trees in houses, on cars, hail damage.
A few tornadoes in some of the other towns.
Yeah, there was a tornado about an hour south of here in Arcadia. An hour and a half. Hourish.
There was another one in Monroe.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Been a long weekend. Long week.
Yeah.
Long week.
Yeah. Very long week.
So, but before we get into all that, don't forget to go to our YouTube page. YouTube.com. Just Greek Godcast?
Just Greek Godcast.
YouTube.com/Greek Godcast. Subscribe. We're going to be doing more video podcast. Hopefully. Yeah. Our goal is to do one audio and one video podcast a week.
Yeah.
Also, go to our Patreon pages, patreon.com/Greek Godcast and patreon.com/Trash Panda. Subscribe, and you get all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, I actually just changed up tiers on mine. So, like, for $3 a month, you can get free high-res scans of my artwork.
Yeah.
And then for $9, you can get exclusive coloring pages.
Yeah.
That won't go into future publications.
There you go. So subscribe and get your little womb gremlins some coloring stuff.
Womb gremlins.
I've been waiting to break that out.
Yeah, it's a fun term. Speaking of womb gremlins, I have a cool story to tell.
Does it have to do with hookers?
It has to do with a womb gremlin.
Oh.
No, it has nothing to do with hookers.
Oh, okay.
No, since we're in the middle of the stupidest apocalypse ever, like, my son wasn't able to have a birthday party.
Right.
But a really good friend of mine knew about it, and he told his son and my son are in the same grade and a lot of the same classes together. They're good friends. They play football together. They play together all the time. So when he found out that my kid wasn't having a birthday party, his son actually broke down in tears. He was so upset. And I thought that was really sweet. And so what they did, this was so super cool. He and his little sister drew a bunch of signs, and they put together some birthday presents and decorated my buddy's truck. And he drives like a F-250 diesel, like, really nice truck.
A big money truck.
Big money truck. A really nice truck. And they did a drive-by with all the decorations and signs and stuff, and blared loud music, and they dropped off a couple nice presents and stuff for him, and then the dude was like, "All right, now it's time to get the cops called." Yeah. And he spun around. And I kid you not, went from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds and smoked and kicked up dust and flew down the driveway. And my son got a huge kick out of that. I thought that was really cool.
This COVID thing is ruining so much, and I hate talking about it because it's everywhere.
Yeah, but you get really nice stories out of it because,
But
some people are trying to be decent in these horrible times.
But here's my thing. And again, conspiracy theory flag.
Yeah.
Just this morning I was looking at something. The news, I think it was either CNN or Fox. They had a picture of a couple that were both of them were employees at this
Hardee's and Walmart.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been pictured on several other things.
Well, the woman was murdered.
Allegedly.
By her husband.
And then the other day I saw a picture, they had a little video of this older guy and this younger guy outside of a store, and it said, "Customers waiting outside during COVID outbreak." And then the guy that they had said, "No, this was me during Hurricane Harvey trying to buy supplies."
Yeah.
So everything is starting. I mean, little by little. And then you had this story of a lady posted on Facebook. I believe it was her aunt. It may have been her mom. Had heart complications before this whole outbreak.
She died of a heart attack.
She died of a heart attack. But the doctors said, well, no, we're going to list it as COVID-19.
Yeah.
Okay, you can think to yourself, all right, it's real easy to make a status. But then you ask yourself, why would this person lie?
Yeah.
About their mother or aunt dying.
I looked into that, and they some I can't remember the official's name, but somebody went on record saying that any death of anyone who has been diagnosed with COVID-19, regardless if it was directly caused by COVID-19 or not, they're ruling it as a COVID-19 death.
Because they're padding the stats because there's an end game. And you know what, you sons of bitches? I have a permission slip that says I can leave my house and go wherever I want. It's called the flapping Constitution. I just had to get that off my chest.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
So
I saw a meme that
that's where I got
picture,
that from.
It was a picture of a smoking gun.
Oh.
That said, man shot in the head 33 times dies of COVID-19.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about how it is.
Yeah.
I could walk outside and get hit by lightning. They're going to deduce it as COVID.
If you cough before you're struck, you're diagnosed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Folks, I told you from our first episode, there's an end game to this.
Yeah.
Why? Because every politician, Republican or Democrat, are all F-tards.
And if it's not the government, it's corporations. And anybody in any kind of semblance of power does not care about you.
Right.
They want to make money off you, and that's it.
Right. Speaking of money and power, there was an experience this weekend.
Oh, is this what you gave me a preview on?
No, not quite.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I'm really excited about that story.
We're getting up to that in a minute.
I want to know what happened.
So there is someone in my life that I know that is getting married in just a few months.
Huh. I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. I'm not going to divulge their personal information.
Okay.
This couple has had everything planned out.
Yeah.
They've got everything worked out. They both looked into everything. They want something very, very low class, very, very cheap, very, very simple.
They just want the piece of paper.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. And then after they get the paper, they want friends and family to come to their house and, just hang out.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, the wife's, or soon-to-be wife's mother and sister have different ideas. Because they have been calling non-stop to these people. And even the other day when I was over there visiting, they were there. And they are making all kinds of plans that the couple doesn't want.
Well, has the couple expressed
Yes!
that they don't want that?
Yes. The guy damn near pissed him off and ran everybody off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to plan.
Yeah, just ridiculous. Just wanting to buy 7 or 8 tables and have all kinds of decorations through the yard and in the house and wanting to go uptown and stay at a hotel, even though this couple lives in this town. They want them to stay at a hotel in this town so they, not the couple, the other people,
The mom and the
can stay uptown and drink. Oh, but don't worry, they told the couple, it'll only be a little over $1,000
in these trying times.
in these times. And look, quite honestly, folks, I've been married. Weddings are a waste of fucking money. Sorry, I'm trying. Sorry, Mrs. Danman. Weddings are a waste of money. All that matters is, do you love each other? Yes. Do you want to be with each other? Yes. All right, get the license, which is a sham because the government had to get their hand in it and say, hey, you got to pay us in order to get married. But that's another story. All right. There's no need to spend, oh, well, she's got to have a dress for, What's a cheap dress? Like $2,000?
I think Mrs. Dan the Man paid
What I'm saying is a lot of people go...
a few $100s.
Yeah, a lot of people go way too far with it.
Yeah.
Folks, if you spend a lot of money on a wedding, all you're saying is, hey, look at me. You're pretending to be rich. You're pretending to be something you're not. Just get married and shut the hell up.
I will say on my wedding, our thought behind it was we wanted everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like that was we had a really unique wedding. Like it was still in a church.
Yeah.
But like we and we did spend a good bit of money on it, but we didn't spend like tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh no,
I think at the most we spent like between $3,000 and $4,000.
Right.
But that was over a course of time.
Right, and that's understandable.
We had 6 months to prepare.
But see, this couple's idea was they're going to get married at the courthouse.
And I'm overshooting that thought too.
They're going to get married at the courthouse.
Yeah.
They're going to come back home. They're going to have a bonfire. They're going to sit outside, and they're going to have something to eat. They've already planned that part out.
Like barbecue or
like
something.
barbecue or fish or something.
Yeah. Boy, fish fry would be lit.
Yeah. And yeah, it sounds redneck, but folks, guess what? It's South Arkansas.
Go to a fish fry and then try to talk down.
We're smarter than most of you Yankees are, so get over it. But the fiance's mom and sister were just overbearingly ridiculous. And I was like, dude, I do not know how you kept your cool.
Yeah.
Because I'd have lost my shit really quick.
Yeah.
So, let's hope I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
As we're planning ours.
Hopefully not.
Because I'm liable to piss the whole family off and won't near none of them be invited.
Hopefully not.
So...
hopefully they can take the hint and realize it's not about them.
Yeah, women. And I'm mainly talking to you, women. Women, you listening? Weddings do not need to be expensive. If the man loves you and wants to marry you, it'll be just as special if it's a $5 wedding, okay? Get over your stuck-up ass self, women. That's all I got on that. I just had to get, it bugs me so much.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I can understand both sides of it, really. Because, it is really, it's special to both of them, but especially the woman.
Yeah.
So I can understand wanting to put the money into it.
I mean, because for the most part, most of them have grown up with the, by God, girl, you're a little princess. You're a princess. So they want to act like they're a princess, when in the fact they're...
Yeah.
But it's, I mean...
But I also understand, you could put that money towards your savings account.
Right, right now, for example, me and my fiance...
I mean, people go into debt over their wedding.
Yes, and it is beyond stupid.
It's not unusual to hear someone spend between $25,000 to $100,000 on a wedding.
Right. And right now...
And that's ridiculous.
Me and my fiance...
That's a house.
We have a crap ton of bills.
Yeah.
Why would I spend $1,300, $1,400, we'll say $1,500. Why would I spend $1,500 for 2 or 3 hours when I could
buy a new lawnmower?
Buy a new lawnmower. Or pay off a couple of credit cards.
Yeah.
But no, this idea that you have to spend a boatload of money on a wedding. I don't know who started it, but whoever did needs to be throat punched. I'm assuming it's a woman, so she needs to be throat punched.
I'm pretty sure it's both parties, because both sexes like money. So
yeah, well, I have never met a man that was like, oh yeah, I want to have a big wedding.
Yeah. No, but I have met a man who has wanted to make money.
Yeah.
See an opportunity, pretty sure I can make some money off this.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's just...
So...
whatever.
I get it.
Whatever.
Well, I have a rant myself.
Uh-oh. Here
That's
we go.
completely unrelated. Hard left.
Hard left turn.
Hard left turn. It actually has to do with art, believe it or not.
Oh, boy.
Like, I never talk about that.
Yeah.
No, I actually wanted to talk about this last time we did, like, just a podcast. Because beforehand, before we were recording, I saw, you know, those little viral deals you see on, like, Facebook or whatever. It's like screenshots of conversations.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's what this was. But this was between a random person and an artist. And this dude, it was two dudes. And this dude messaged the artist guy and was like, hey, I'd really like you to do a portrait of me and my wife for my wife's birthday. It's in a few months. And the artist is like, okay, well, I usually charge, I forget how much it was. I think he said like $300, something like that. He's like, I usually charge, you know, somewhere between $100 to $300 for portraits, you know, or maybe it wasn't even that much. I don't remember. No. I know why he said 300. It wasn't because he charged. I don't remember what he said he charged, but he's like, I charge X amount of dollars for portraits. And the guy was like, wait a minute, you do this for a living? Like, are you registered to pay taxes? And the guy's like, well, I mean, artists do typically charge for their work.
Yeah.
I mean, and
it's not a caricature drawing.
Yeah, and even they make money. They're allowed to charge for caricatures. Yeah. I don't know anybody who does street caricature work for free. Like,
well, I'm just saying, like, some of the little bullshit festivals we have around here, they'll have them for, like, and some people do them for free.
Yeah, but most of the time, you know, it's reasonable. If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Right.
So this dude was like, well, you know, artists do typically charge for commissions, and I actually make less than $300 a month off of my art, so no, I don't have to pay taxes on this, which, again, that's within the law, so that's okay. And this dude, like, was like, oh, you know that's illegal, right? Because you're not paying taxes, and you're charging people money, so that's illegal. He's like, and you're going to do my portraits for free.
Oh, hell no.
And if you don't, then I'm going to report you to the police. And he uses a lot of really harsh language, you know, insulted him and all that stuff. And he was like, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. But I'm not going to get in a hurry for it because you're not paying me anything. Yeah. You'll get it whenever I get around to it. I'm a pretty busy guy.
Yeah.
And so, like, jump forward. Same screenshot, but you know there's a time gap.
Yeah.
You know, and it's closer to his wife's birthday, and he's like, "I want to see progress. Show it to me, or I'll call the police." And the dude was like, "I haven't done anything.
Right.
Like, I'm busy, and you're not paying me."
Right.
And he's like, "Well, show it to me now, or I'll call the police right now." And he's like, "You know what? I'll do something right now, but because you're rushing me,
please
don't
tell
be."
Me he drew little stick figures.
That's exactly what he drew. He drew stick people. And he's like, that looks nothing like us. Reply back, reply back, reply back. So this dude couldn't have reported him to the police because he wasn't doing anything illegal. And this is why people who even go so far as to go to school to learn how to do art can't get a job as an artist.
Yeah, nobody wants to pay for it.
Nobody wants to pay for it. And the paintings that you see, the modern art that you see that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, some of the things that I've seen.
I could basically paint my nutsack and drop it on a piece of paper, and that's considered, like...
If you're the right person, yeah, that'll sell.
Yeah.
Like, somebody got their quote-unquote artwork featured shortly after President Trump was elected in an art museum. And all it was 200 gallons of piss. That's it. Yeah. That I'm not kidding.
This is from the generation that has everybody gets a trophy.
Like, that was considered artwork, and it drew a legitimate crowd, and she literally peed the last cup full for the art piece in front of everybody.
First of all, is she smart or stupid? One, you could say she's stupid for calling it art. Or two, you could say she's very, very smart.
It was...
Because she knows there's people that are dumber than her they're going to go pay to see what they call art.
Well, her marketing behind it was to say that it was protest art to Trump's election. That's why I mentioned the timing of it.
Why? Okay, what?
I don't know.
How is pissing in a bucket a protest?
I don't know. How is it art? That's the thing. Like, nobody in the local level wants to actually pay for art.
No.
It
By the way,
blows
folks,
my mind.
If you're like that dickhead that calls and demands somebody do a portrait of you and you're not going to pay, take a picture of you and your other on your phone and put the sketch filter on there if you don't want to pay nothing, because that's about as good as you're going to get. And if you don't want to do that, then just shut. I caught myself.
Yeah, that's good.
I caught myself, great. Mrs. Dan the Man.
You're doing great.
If you're not going to pay for it, just do the sketch filter and shut up and leave people alone. Because you are a cancer to this society. You should have been throat punched, and the best part of you ran down your mama's ass crack.
It blows me away how we live in a world where everyone wants to look at beautiful art, but they don't want to pay for it.
Right.
And there's so many talented people who deserve recognition for their ability to create art that don't get it because they're either not the right person, don't know the right people, or they're just being neglected because they actually want to make money for something that they work hard at.
Right.
It's no different than any other skill or trade,
right.
but it's treated less than because it's not a quote-unquote trade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, it's like if you call someone, if you call about a cake, you want a cake made.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go through, Walmart or any grocery store because they're too expensive. Let's say Walmart charges $100 for a cake, and then you call someone who works out of their own kitchen when they're off their normal job, and they charge you, whatever, $90.
Yeah.
And you want to try to negotiate them down. You're a piece of shit.
You know why Mrs. Dan the Man charges $10 a dozen for her cookies, typically?
Because she works from sun up to sundown on them?
Yeah, she really does. Like, if you know who I'm talking about, and if you've ever... Like, she has her own Facebook page, shameless plug, The Glam Cookie, okay? Because she loves makeup, and she bakes really incredible cookies.
Yeah.
All of it is from scratch, though.
Get some of the crack cookies. They're amazing.
The crack cookies is what got us into this. So, like, the crack... Since we're on the podcast... I'll explain real quick the crack cookie.
They're amazing.
The crack cookie, basically it's white chocolate chip and crushed Oreo in a little special recipe that she came up with.
You really be giving away the secret?
No, that's not the recipe.
Oh,
that's
okay.
just because it's obvious what's in it. You know what I'm saying? And she uses real Oreos for that part. Like she doesn't.
The ingredients is trademarked by Glam Cookie Inc.
She doesn't use knockoff Oreos. She gets the real deal.
Right.
And she gets, good white chocolate chips. And you can clearly see that in the cookies.
Yeah.
I'm not giving away anything people don't already know.
By the way, that's what they used to call me in high school, white chocolate.
That's amazing. And we will talk about that eventually. So, the nickname came from a church function. She came up with the recipe, and she baked them. It was the first time they were ever made. And they ate them up, and they're making jokes about them being addictive like crack, and they started calling them crack cookies, and the name just stuck.
They are.
They are. And she's branched off since then. She's used that recipe to kind of branch off into other variants,
right.
And so she's got peanut butter and oatmeal and chocolate chip, and her chocolate chip cookies are the bomb.
Yeah.
Like, God almighty. But now she's starting to do sugar cookies. She makes her own sugar cookie dough. She makes all her own dough.
Yeah.
She does all of this from
right.
scratch. And she makes all of her icing from scratch.
Yeah.
Colors it herself. Does all herself. Everything. She is an amazing cookie maker. Like, amazing. And I have seen her spend over 12 hours or more working on sugar cookie orders. Those are the most high demanding. If somebody wants crack cookies, she can have that for you in probably about 3 hours tops.
Yeah.
That's start to finish, making everything from scratch, putting it in the oven and baking it.
Yeah.
Okay? And usually each batch of dough wields 2 or 3 dozen. So it's not a big deal. The sugar cookies, though, because it's all from scratch,
mm-hmm.
and then there's the meticulous work of piping it and coloring it and making it look right, Like, yeah, she's gonna charge $10 a dozen.
Yeah, because not only is she buying the ingredients to make them,
Yeah,
you have to. You're paying for labor. Just like when you go to your job, guess what? Your company's paying you for labor.
yeah. I mean, I understand you can't charge an hourly rate,
Yeah, I mean,
but at the same time, you need to
you've
charge a
got to
fair
make
price.
profit.
Yeah,
Because
You need-
I mean, what's the point of doing it if you're just going to break even?
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
It's-
Now this time around, right now, again, because of the COVID,
keep rolling. I'm going to do a redneck thing. Get me some spitbacky.
that's fine. These sugar cookies she's doing right now, which are really cool. They're paint your own. So she makes a cookie with icing that has Skittles in it, and the idea is it comes with a little brush, and you wet the brush, and you wet the Skittle, and you can paint the other cookies with the Skittle candy coating, which is really cool. Instead of selling those for 10, we're selling them for 7 because these are hard times. A lot of people are laid off. People still want cookies, but we're cutting people a little bit of a break. If these are normal times, those would definitely be $10 a dozen, like easily. And they're not. Actually, it's not even a dozen. Like,
You know what she should do?
it's like 5 cookies, and we would still charge $10.
And Mrs. Dan the Man, if you're listening, here's what you need to do. On the news when they talk about COVID-19, they showed the little cell
Yeah,
that's got the ball and it's got.
I actually suggested this.
You did,
Yeah, making the cell a cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not for it.
Mrs. Dan the Man. You've got to do
I
this.
said you should make some COVID quarantine cookies, and she's like, no.
Oh, Mrs. Dan the Man. Mrs. Dan the Man. Listen, because I just spawned a whole idea for a special edition sugar cookies. You make 4 that are the COVID cell.
Mm-hmm.
You make 4 that are like the surgical protective mask with a little face behind there,
Yeah.
right? And then you can make 4 that are like hashtag fake, hashtag blown out of proportion. Special edition
Quarantine cookies.
quarantine cookies.
Yes. I like it. She might like it.
Dude,
I don't know if she'll do it, though.
Mrs. Dan the Man, you need promotion ideas, you come to me. I'm going to hook you up, all right?
She likes to stay in her comfort zone, too. Because she's still, like with any trade, she's still learning.
Yeah.
But the whole rant started because, people treat one skill less than the other. And in the end, man, if you're good at something, you're going to work hard at it. And if you work hard at something, you deserve compensation.
Right. And
Like-
folks, here's the thing. If I get it, I'm one that tries to cheap out on some stuff too. But if you pay for cheap, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I can give you, if you want a drawing from me, I won't charge you. But you're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah.
And I'm not a very artistic person.
Yeah.
So, quit being a dick. If you want something big and special, you're going to have to pay for it.
And one last thought. So, really, man, if an artist these days, unfortunately, wants to make it in getting their art put out there, they have to rely on social media.
Yeah.
So, if you're too cheap to pay for art, the absolute least you can do, if you see someone who is on social media, like YouTube or Instagram or Twitter,
Or hell, even TikTok.
this is what you can do. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel. You can like
And
all of
share
their
it.
videos. You can share their videos. You can like their Instagram posts. You can follow their Instagram posts. You can like their Facebook page. You can like all their posts. And the reason why that 30 seconds of your life is important to them is because they can get paid off of social media by having a following.
Yeah.
The more followers they have, the more likely they are to be picked up by a sponsor. That's how artists these days are able to actually make a living. And when
Yeah.
you're too good to hit the subscribe button, I don't even have words for it, man. Like, you just don't support art.
Right.
Like, that's just all there is
Well, it's
to
kind
it.
of like, and we're about to hit the halfway mark. We're going to
Yeah.
take a break. But it's kind of like music nowadays. And I get it. There's part of you that says, why would I pay for music when I can get from here free or from here free?
Because they worked for it.
Folks, You're not buying CDs anymore.
You don't have to pay for digital.
You're not buying records anymore.
You can pay for a premium service.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people that go to the concerts, but like,
man, they don't really make money off those.
But like paying for Spotify, a monthly subscription on Spotify, or what's the other one? Pandora.
I pay for YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
And personally, for me, that's the best deal because not only do I get Google Play and YouTube Music,
yeah,
but I also am paying for the ad-free content as well.
Right. But it's something like that. If you pay for that, the artists get a little kickback of that, I believe.
It's called royalties.
Yeah.
They get royalties.
You're not paying for the subscription. You are paying
for the music.
For the unlimited access to the music that if they're your favorite artist and you never want them to go away, support them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean put their song lyrics on your status and say, "Oh, this helped me through so many horrible times." That's great.
Yeah. What did you do to help
I'm sure
them?
they'd be appreciative of it. But how about instead of downloading the song, ripping it off YouTube and into an audio file, why don't you go pay? What's one song cost on like Spotify or something?
If you like, I used to buy digital individual songs on
like
Amazon.
99 cents.
It was 99 cents,
right,
or $1 or something like that. It was very cheap.
Right. So go buy the song.
Like, you got $1 in your bank account. If you really like that song, you need to pay for it.
I'm guilty of it, folks. I've ripped music off before. We all remember LimeWire. For you kids that aren't old enough, LimeWire used to be a deal that you downloaded on your mom's computer when we had dial-up. And we'll get into dial-up a whole nother time. I'll let Danny explain that.
Huh, yeah,
and
I see what you did there.
And you'll download a music, and almost instantly your computer is ate up with computer's version of coronavirus.
Yeah. And for you younger kids, I used to torrent, and I know everything about that, and it was wrong, and I see that now, and I'm telling you...
You might have just got yourself in trouble.
Well, you just said LimeWire. It's the same thing. It's file sharing. I'm just saying, like,
Is there a statute of limitations on that?
I don't know. Is there?
I'm just
saying, like, I've done it too. Like, I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing is I realized it's wrong and I stopped doing it. And and all that stuff that I did download, I got rid of, and I started paying for what I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and that's what you should do.
It's like right now I'm paying for Spotify. It's $15 a month. And you can get a plan for $10 a month. Pay for stuff. Quit this entitlement generation that we should have everything for free. Is ridiculous. But, speaking of ridiculous, when we come back from the break, I had what might be considered a homosexual experience this weekend.
Oh, Lord.
Stay tuned.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Danny doesn't know the story. Stay tuned. And I'll bring it back. Alright, and break in 3, 2, 1, break.
And we're back.
We are back.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Painless.
I will say, now that we got a new recording device, aka my new phone,
yeah,
it does go a lot quicker when I finally get service.
What kind of phone is this again?
It's a S20 Ultra.
Samsung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
You know, my last phone, my phone has been paid off for a while, and I was trying to hold off on buying a new one. But it got to the point where I was having to charge it like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
So, and it would freeze up, like it would get real hot and then freeze up.
Yeah. So
I figured might as well be time to get a new one.
I'm really against the idea of owning an iPhone. I'm not a fan of Apple. But I'm thinking I may get one for my next phone because I want to see if something's true. I've talked to people who are just diehard iPhone users for whatever reason. You know, if you are great, stop preaching at me. Like,
yeah.
I like what I like. You're not going to convert me.
All in all, in the end, they all do the same shit.
Yeah, that's all that matters. But the thing that I've heard people say consistently about their iPhones is that they do last. Like, for a very long time. Like, they don't wear out as quickly as Android phones do.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if that's true. And that might be the only selling point to me because my wife has an iPhone and my son has an iPhone. I'm the only one that uses with a phone line.
Yeah.
An Android phone still. I have a Pixel. I have a Pixel 3, which I'm not a fan of at all. Like, it was cool.
I'm about to say, when you first got it, though, you were really proud.
I was.
You were really proud.
It was great. But then after a few months of using it, like, I've just had, like, consistent problems with it, and, like, apps not working right, and sometimes
it going off
just,
in the middle of podcasts.
Yeah. You know what? We're lucky, because guess what I forgot to do again? I forgot to mute this thing. Okay, we're good. But, like, I'll play with Ann's iPhone and my son's iPhone, and there's
your wife's name.
I did, Mrs. Dan the Man. His name is Ann. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, dude, my name is Danny. Like, I don't even have a clever name for the show. It's just Dan the Man. Anyway,
Yeah, well, hey,
I say your actual name, Mr. Greek God.
well, you're the one who didn't want to say names.
I wanted to just come up with names for the show, but you know,
I just wasn't that clever enough to come up with an alter ego.
Yeah. Still though, I forget things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we try not to say their names, but sometimes it just happens. Sorry, honey, if you're listening. But anyway,
she's the one who makes the bomb cookies.
Yeah. The glam cookie on Facebook. So anyway, the thing I dislike the most about iPhone, I could get used to their operating system, but I cannot stand their keyboard, because I have to. Okay, so like when you're typing on a keyboard, you know, because you're an Android user, the period button is with the letters as it should be.
Right.
Also, the comma button.
Like
it is not like that on iPhone. You have to hit the number screen to flip over to the characters, because it's with the characters.
Right. Right.
And that is super annoying. I can't. It's just most. It's so trivial, but it's the most frustrating thing for me. And like, I just don't like the way their software is. The operating system. It's just so alien to me.
Yeah.
And I hate having to relearn something, you know, when I know another so well, and I could just keep doing that. But just for the sake of a phone lasting past payoff is worth me trying. So I may actually get an iPhone just for that and curse it out for every other reason.
Yeah. You know, and somehow, as you know, it's the format. We take hard left turns. I've been trying to figure out a better way to do, like, segue into another story.
Yeah, tell me about your gay experience.
You said alien. I thought aliens, probe. All right, here's what happened.
Tell me about your weird butt stuff.
Folks,
I want to know.
Last week was absolute hell for me. All right. Last Sunday, I told you in previous podcast, I did something to my ribs. I screwed up my ribs.
Yeah.
I was miserable for 3 days.
Pretty rough bruising. You did show that to me.
I did have some bruising. And I finally, I must have just strained something or what, because after the doctor gave me a muscle relaxer, a couple of days I was good.
Several good naps.
Yeah. So, fast forward, after the muscle ER visit and the muscle relaxers, fast forward to Thursday night. I get off work, I go to pick up my son. Everybody else had already eaten. So I decided I'm going to go get some wings from Applebee's. Got food poisoning.
Yeah.
That lasted about 24 hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, and we're about to get, this is one of those situations you might consider TMI, but I figured it'd be fascinating for this.
You know, I'm okay with some TMI. That's okay.
So, after my food poisoning mishap, Friday night, I've been a little bound up.
Like
constipated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, why are we screwing around? We're adults.
I think I know where this is going.
So,
you used a plunger on your butt.
I thought about it. I even told my fiance I should just put a plunger up my asshole and just. But here's what happened. So I've been bound up. Saturday I was uncomfortable. Sunday I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yesterday told you at work I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So finally I broke down. I went to the store and I bought these enemas. I only bought that because
like the suppositories.
Like the little. It looks like a little douche bottle basically, and you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You got one of those.
Yeah, because they said that's the fastest acting one.
Okay.
All right.
I've never heard of anyone using. I mean, I know that it's a thing, but I've never
let me tell you about
talked to anyone who's actually.
Let me
used
tell you
one.
about this experience.
This is a whole new thing.
So after I ate dinner,
let's learn together.
I thought, all right, I'm gonna do this, right? And they say when you do this, it'll take 1 to 5 minutes for a movement. All right, here's the problem with this thing. I read the instructions, and first off, I'm thinking I'm going to be the one jackass that this tip breaks off in his asshole. I'm going to be that guy that has to go to the hospital and explain to them why I have a plastic tip somewhere in my asshole.
And you're really trying to make it seem like it wasn't for a completely gay reason, and even though it's the truth, they're going to think it's a lie to cover up some gay reason.
I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
So...
Like the hypothetical, you go into the doctor because the tip broke off.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, hey, whatever gets more ears on this and y'all want to share it around, hey, whatever.
Honestly, when you said you had a gay story to tell me, I thought it was because you lost a bet or something.
No.
Not because you had to douche your butthole.
No. So here's the thing: I go into the bathroom, and it says, "Here's the problem with this thing." And this rolls into another problem. You have to, lay in certain positions. You either have to, go full fetal position on your knees, up instead of laying on your side. Go fetal position on your knees, or do a weird lay on your stomach with one of your legs up towards your chest. So I go to do this.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I am in my bathroom, which is right beside my bedroom.
Yeah.
Where my fiance was sleeping.
Yeah.
I had my son beating on the other door. Meanwhile, I'm laying in the floor of my bathroom, buck-ass naked, with nothing but socks on, trying to reach around my fat-ass little T-Rex arms so I can squeeze... So
you can douche your butthole.
So I could... So I'm sitting here,
and with the womb gremlin knocking at the door.
With the womb gremlin knocking at the door. Fiance passed out. I'm laying in the floor with nothing but my socks. And I am trying to reach around and, do the business.
Yeah.
Put the thing in there and,
douche your butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm a fat guy, and people who got bellies,
It is hard to work around the belly, man.
Yeah, I damn near passed out because my belly was cutting off circulation. So I'm just running it through my head. Okay, what happened? Because there's 2 doors in my bathroom. There's one in the hallway where the womb gremlin was knocking.
Yeah.
There's one in my bedroom that I did not lock. How am I going to explain this to my fiance? If she walks in, I'm sitting on a towel with nothing but my socks in the middle of the bathroom floor, me trying to shove this bottle up my asshole, which led to a realization, folks. I've got to lose some weight.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, because
I'm not the thinnest Dan the man.
Back in July, I wasn't skinny, but I was in better shape. I was like 180.
Yeah.
You're
fat for the same reason I'm fat.
We like food too much.
And we have wives that cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm like 220. Now, when I say I need to lose weight,
I wish I was 220.
I'm not looking to get, yoked and, drop back down to about 180.
But you don't want to be out of breath when you bend over to tie your shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I have to use an enema to stick up my asshole. I mean, it was so uncomfortable. And I'm just like,
I'm so glad you saved this for the podcast.
This is one of those experiences. If someone asks me, have you ever had a homosexual experience? I can't say no.
No. Even though it's a medical procedure, it's still...
I was desperate to the point where I got that, okay?
Yeah.
But just everything started rolling in my head. What happens if somebody walks in? I'm in the floor.
Oh, that's going to be tough to explain.
I'm in the floor with nothing but my socks, sitting on a towel with a bottle shoved up my asshole. I mean,
Oh my god.
it's, what the hell?
Oh,
I mean,
that's incredible.
yeah.
I have no words.
And then the whole time
Besides,
I was thinking, please don't break, please don't break,
Please
please don't break.
break.
And before I done it, I was like, should I spit on it? Should I, whatever.
Oh man.
I just, it's probably a little too much information, but I felt like, we got to be open and honest with these people.
That is hilarious. That is so funny. I'm so thankful you saved that for the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god. The whole
So-
internet's gonna hear it.
I hope so.
Oh man.
Maybe I'll get some medical advice from one of our faithful followers.
Yeah. Spit is adequate lubrication.
Yeah, I mean, because, and again, like, what if I hadn't shut the door that well and my son walked in?
Oh boy.
Because he's at that age where he'll go back to his mom and repeat something.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm going to be getting phone calls.
Yeah.
Your son said you were on the floor with a bottle shoved up your butt. Like, I'm not sure.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know what
the
he's
boy likes
watching.
to make up stories. So, please don't report me.
So, yeah, that's, that was my weekend.
Wow.
That was my weekend.
That's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, life screws us all, so.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe next time I'll take a video for you folks.
Patreon exclusive.
Whew.
Oh my god.
Don't nobody want to see that.
No, no one wants to see
No,
that.
I'd have to pay them.
No one wants to see that.
No.
Hard left turn.
Hard left.
Hard left.
Hard left.
So, before the stupid apocalypse, like social media was always can always be just a depressing thing because there's always something going around.
Hell, it's still depressing. What the hell are you
Like
talking about?
no. I'm just saying like it is, but now it's just because of the idiotic disease. But,
Yeah.
but there's always something going on. Someone said this offensive. Cancel culture that. Like, oh, so and so died. It's never really like anything positive. So what I did to fix that, and I'm really glad that I did, and it's not just with my Facebook, but it's my Instagram and my my YouTube channel, like the subscriptions that I do on it. A lot of it is just posts about pit bulls and puppies.
Yeah.
Because pit
Everyone
bulls
loves puppies.
Pit bulls are my favorite breed. Like, there's a few breeds that I really love, but pit bulls are like my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
And that comes to my short little statement rant of pit bulls are good dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is an older thought, but I've been wanting to say it. Like, everyone has this really bad stigma of pit bulls, and it's completely undeserved. Like, they're just like any other breed. Like, it's all about how you raise. It really
Right.
is.
It's
Because
like-
they are good-natured at heart.
Folks, it's like kids.
Yeah.
If you raise your kid to be a dumbass,
That's
guess
what they're
what?
going to be.
When they grow up, they're going to be a dumbass.
Yeah. And if you raise a dog up to be mean, that's what it's gonna be. But even then, like, nothing is beyond rehabilitation.
Right.
It's all about how you treat it.
Yeah, and
Like-
then kids and dogs are a product of their environment.
So, my first thought going into this, just to reiterate, if you want to brighten up your feed, look at what you're, like, allowing in it. Because, like, I try to put as much things in it that will make me smile and block things that will, do the opposite.
Yeah.
But that being said, I just wanted to... It's in my notes. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for a couple weeks now. Like, pit bulls are good dogs. Like,
Yeah.
they really are. I have a pit bull, and I have a little mutt, and she's like half terrier, half weenie dog.
Yeah, the little
And-
mud is vicious.
She really is. She doesn't bite, but I mean, she acts like her bark is worse than her bite.
Now, the pit bull, you might think she's vicious, but as I learned the other day, she's a big old teddy bear.
She is a huge teddy bear. Dude, the only reason she barks like she does at your car when you pull up at my house is because she doesn't recognize your car.
Yeah.
The bark she does when I pull up is a high-pitched, girly bark.
Right.
Like, it's not even the same bark. It doesn't even sound like a mean dog. It sounds like, it's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr,"
Yeah.
like that. But, like, this 50-pound pit bull barks like that. Like, if it's something, like, she doesn't recognize and she immediately thinks, oh, what's this? It's, it's...
She still thinks she's a little puppy.
Yeah. Yeah. When she comes in the house, she's not hyper. She is like you said, a giant teddy bear. She just wants to sleep on my couch and fart. That's it. That's the worst thing she does is fart. Pit bulls have terrible gas, and I wish there was something to do about that. But it's just nature. So that's really all I have to say about that. Like, if you're looking to adopt, and I would suggest getting a breed that is a really good dog. And pit bulls are really good dogs. I suggest you adopt a pit bull. You will not regret it. Like, do it. Love a bully.
Yeah. I got a rant.
Hard left again?
Well, we're ranting.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, if you're easily offended by singling out a certain race of people, this is where you want to turn it off.
Oh, no.
Or share it to see if it really is offensive.
Oh, no.
In doing this podcast, you and I have both joined podcast sharing groups.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to notice something.
Wait, are you about to talk about spammers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed this too.
Yeah.
And it's not really like a single race of people, but it seems to be from a specific area of the world.
Yeah.
With similar languages. And I don't understand why them.
As Team America would say, Durka people.
Jesus Christ.
Look, they said it. I just repeated it.
Yeah, so like I actually had to leave a promote your YouTube group because of all the spammers, and every single spammer was not American, was not British, was not a normal person.
I mean, let's call it what it is. They all had like Indian names.
If you could even read their language. Yeah, like some of it was I don't what is it, Arabic?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's in those I don't know why.
They constantly say, "Hey, we can get you 10,000 subscribers. DM me for more." And
sub for sub, like for like.
Yeah, and then you gotta put in your information and blah 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 blah. And it's like anytime these people post something, like there's one person in one of these groups that posts something, and if I see it again, I'm gonna screenshot the damn name.
Yeah,
because these people need to be called out. Like they'll have 200 comments, and it's just, don't trust this person. I did it. Got screwed out of this. This is a scam. Blah blah blah. Like 200 some odd comments. Yeah, and it's like, what happened to these people? Where their main goal in life is to screw other people. Yeah, I mean, I don't want our listeners to think that we're calling out an entire region of people. But the thing is the spammers that we're talking about, they all seem to be from that area of the world. Yeah. And we're not by any means saying that entire area is full of terrible people like these spammers. Right. But from our experience since we started this, all of them seem to be from like that area. Yeah. Like Middle East, Northern Africa. Yeah. And then you click on their profile, like their actual profile. And none of their pictures are the same pictures of them in the profile picture. It's like of just random ass just... And a lot of hackers will do that. They'll send you a picture, or they'll send you a friend request with a profile picture of like a girl or a young guy. But then they're not even clever about it. When you go to swipe through, just it's a completely different person. Yeah. And it's kind of scary because a lot of people on social media don't know to check that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how they get hooked in. A lot of people are desperate for followers and subscribers and everything. Yeah. I mean, we would like to have followers, but we're really doing this more because we have nothing else to do. Dude, we just like making content. Yeah. If no one ever subscribed to my artwork or bought a coloring book or anything like that, it would suck because that would mean I would have to keep working a regular job. But at the same time, that's not why I do it. I do it to create. And that's why we do this podcast, is because we like to talk, and we have really amazing conversations. We do. That should be podcast worthy. Sadly, there's a lot that we can't put on here. Yeah. Mainly because of me. Yeah.
It's pretty much because of you.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say it. I'd have no problem. I mean, it's all in good fun, and, you know.
But I'm here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, folks, I'll be honest with you. I tell racist jokes. We all do. Chris Rock does it. Oh. Joe Rogan does it.
Yeah.
But because I'm on a podcast and not a celebrity, it's considered racist when they do it as jokes. Ugh. I tell them. I just don't do it on here. So, you can't get me on nothing. Art guy who doesn't want to pay for stuff and call the cops. But I don't know.
The spamming hacking thing is really insane though. I didn't know anything about it. I mean I knew about hackers, I knew about fake profiles and things like that before we started like trying to get out there, but I didn't know how bad it was.
Like in these podcast groups
until I started getting into promoting groups.
Extremely prevalent.
It is super bad. I'm in a YouTube promotion group. I was in two. I got out of one because it was bad, and I got sick of it. It was so bad. And then I'm in another one where I don't get any promotion at all because like it's legit. Like if you spam, if you try to sub for sub, you immediately get reported.
Yeah,
like immediately, and they ban you from the group. And there's over like 90,000 people in this group.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like all these legit people that are posting or whatever, like. No one's really supporting each other either because I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time. And then we started our own promotion group and we have 7 people because like that didn't go like I thought it would at all.
Well,
I was really hoping people would like want to join up.
Well, it's because we have a more I don't want to say a more stringent entry, but we're able to keep track of if you listened and supported somebody else's podcast. You know, if you're just posting your own stuff and you don't support anything, then you're probably going to get removed. Because the idea is to promote each other.
Yeah.
This idea that, oh, I have to be successful, but this person can't be. It's all wrong.
Yeah.
It is all wrong. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to use this analogy. I have this friend who used to have a wife. He did not want her taking a job because she would have made more money than him.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really selfish.
I mean, how stupid can you be? And it just because.
Boy, let my wife make more money than me.
That's what I told mine because she's talking about like I'll go back to school, get this job, make way more than you. I hope the hell you do.
Yeah,
I hope you do.
Make so much that
I can
stay at home.
I'll be a stay-at-home dad
in a heartbeat. I'll clean that house spotless. I'll homeschool the kids.
I get it. In some worlds, you have to be cutthroat and worry about me.
Yeah,
folks.
Unfortunately, but that's just because of the way the world is.
Let's be honest. Unless you're a celebrity who starts their podcast and can get, sponsors from, GNC or something, you're not going to retire doing this.
Yeah.
That should not be your goal. You shouldn't worry about, well, you can't promote these people because you don't want them to get a listen and then you not. It's not how it works. Again, it's like, because if you listen to theirs, they're going to listen to yours. And if they like it, guess what? They're going to share it.
Yeah.
All you got to do is listen to theirs and share it. And bam, you got 5 listens from there. But that's enough on that because I'm going to end up saying something that'll piss somebody off.
And just one more thought, because I don't want people to be like, that's one thing if they're offended, but I don't want people to call us racist or whatever.
We're not racist.
We're not racist.
Well, hang on.
I will say
everyone is racist
to a small degree.
To a degree, just like everyone lies. It's just to what degree?
Yeah, but I will say on the spamming thing, we're not in any way saying that every single spammer comes from Northern Africa or the Middle East. We're saying all the ones that we have encountered seem to be coming from that area.
Yeah,
and it's really, the spamming itself is really the problem, not the people.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying and it's really dangerous because It's easy. It's so easy for people to get your personal information and then just rob you blind.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're telling secrets. You've all got them robot calls.
Yeah, if you actually talk to somebody on one of those, they are not an English-speaking person. They speak English as a second language.
Because as soon as you ask one or two legit questions, they hang up on you.
Yeah.
So,
like every time.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. I wish there was a way to make that stuff stop. But unfortunately, the only way to really make it stop is to have a stringent group.
Like we have.
Yeah,
and then you don't get many followers, but
yeah,
there's no spam or anything.
Right.
So, hard left turn again.
Hard left turn.
Slowly but surely, this little podcast that we do in my shed on my phone is growing a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, we're up to over 100 plays on Anchor and Spotify and Apple Podcast and all them. I don't know how many, whatever. When we started, we were like, we didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves and call us a movie podcast But here's the thing. I think we're slowly but surely becoming a movie podcast.
Well, it's just like we talk about things that are relevant. We try to come up with interesting things to talk about, and when we do these normal podcasts,
we're just rambling.
We're just kind of rambling. But then, like on Fridays, that's when we like to talk about something. And and lately it's been
movies,
documentaries, and movies. And
because
Friday we're going to talk about, what are we talking about?
Because here's the thing.
What are we going to talk about?
Friday will be the first review for me on Star Wars.
On Star Wars.
I am going in order of release. I just watched Star Wars
A New Hope.
A New Hope. I'm not going to tell you what I think about it. Tune in Friday.
Did you know that when that was originally released in 1977, it wasn't called A New Hope? It was just called Star Wars.
Why are you doing this now?
I'm just telling you.
You gotta wait for...
It's a fun fact.
Okay. Well, save the fun facts for the podcast.
No, it's just the one. It's just
so, for all you Star Wars fans, tune in. We're doing a video podcast Friday, right?
Yeah, as long as I don't do anything retarded and forget to plug up the laptop.
The plan is for a video podcast Friday. Someone who before this, I say have never seen a second of Star Wars. I would see it would be on TV or something, and I'd catch a glimpse of it and then go to commercial and I'd change the channel.
Yeah.
A full review. I was going to do a trilogy.
That's a lot.
And then do a podcast. But that's too much.
It's best to do movie by movie.
I have like 8 pages of notes just off one movie.
Yeah.
So, if you're into Star Wars and you want to hear a noob's review on it, tune in Friday.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring this up because when we did a podcast last week, Matt suggested that you watch Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, because I've never seen that.
So, we got 9 movies that that I'm going to review, at least.
Yeah.
You got 1. And then I want to tackle, I'm sorry, Mr. Dan the Man, that god-awful Fast and Furious franchise. I say god-awful. They're fun.
It's not bad.
But as far as the movie itself goes, they're pretty awful.
There's not much substance, but it's not a bad movie.
So that's what, 9? So, we got 18, at least 19 movies right now that we're going to review.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of ideas for some more documentaries. I really love true crime. I want to do a couple of true crime documentaries.
Yeah.
I know there's a boatload of them out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we could really offer anything. But like the West Memphis 3.
Or the Iceman. You remember the Iceman?
Ted Kuklinski.
Was that his name?
I think it was.
The one that
no,
it would freeze bodies
Ted
to throw off
Kuklinski?
time of death.
Richard Kuklinski.
He was a hitman for the mafia.
Yeah.
He'd use cyanide.
It was Kuklinski. Was it Ted? Richard? I don't remember.
I can't remember his name. I just know him as the Iceman. It's been so long since I've seen that, though. But that was wild. I want to rewatch it and talk about that.
The West Memphis 3, I have seen all the Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I still stay glued to it.
Yeah. This is so wild.
Yeah, and coming from from 2 guys who have lived in Arkansas. Well, have you lived in Arkansas your whole life?
The whole entire time.
Lived in Arkansas our entire life. I was like 3 when all of it went down. You were like 18.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I'll be 35 in October. I'm like 6 years older than you.
I think we could offer, and I'm sure people have done it. But West Memphis at the time was sort of a small little clique town. We sort of come from a small little clique town.
Oh, it's a very clique town.
We have sort of this, every little small clique town has sort of the same ideals and opinions.
Yeah.
I'd like to do the Paradise Lost West Memphis 3 trilogy.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
I mean, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah,
well,
I do
fun.
too.
I mean, it's a sad story,
Yeah.
but I think we should do that as well.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
that's what, 22 movies? We might be a movie podcast.
Yeah. / topic.
Yeah.
Like today, where we
Yeah.
talk about conspiracy theories,
Scammers,
spammers, art, sticking stuff up your butt.
getting shoving something up my ass.
Yeah, it's one thing they can never accuse you of. It's being homophobic.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that a ridiculous homophobia?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
oh my God, you're a guy and you like guys.
Yeah.
Like, really? That out of all the problems in the world, that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, that's a whole...
And here's the thing, because most guys are so stupid.
Yeah.
He better not fuck me. Sorry,
Sorry, Mrs. Dan, man.
Yeah, like, dude, I have talked to gay guys. They're more picky than women are. They're not coming for you because you can't get laid by a woman.
Yeah.
So, now as far as lesbians, I gotta be honest, I've never had like a long, legit conversation with a lesbian. So, hey, if you're a listener of the show and you're like full-blown lesbian and you're okay with talking about it, we'd like to get some feedback from you.
I've actually met more lesbians than I have gay men. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've met quite a few, and I've had conversations with them, and this is what blows my mind about how that community is treated, and they're treated like they're not people, and
Yeah.
that's what they are. Like, regardless of whatever your orientation or beliefs or anything like that, they're still people, and they're deserving of compassion and love,
Right.
like everyone else.
It's kind of
And if you can't give them that, you need to reevaluate your life.
It's kind of like, I've had conversations with people, and they would say, and I quote, "My son better not be a faggot. I kill him." I'm like, really,
Man.
really. So,
Yeah, you're gonna kill your child. Good job.
you're okay with your son being on heroin? You're okay with your son
Yeah.
raping someone? You're okay with your son murdering someone? But don't be gay.
Yo, God forbid.
I mean, if your child is gay, there's a lot worse things they could be. They could be a murderer.
I mean,
They could be a rapist. They could be a damn spammer.
yeah, they could be a spammer.
They could be a politician.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
I'd rather my son be gay than be a
I was
politician.
going to say used car salesman, but I've actually met some pretty cool used car salesmen.
Yeah, there's some
So-
pretty cool car salesmen in this town,
So,
and they're not politicians.
yeah. So, if you're one of those people who will disown their child because they're homosexual,
You really need to
You
reevaluate
need-
your life.
you need to be hitting back of the head with a hammer.
Like,
Okay?
look, at the end of the day, regardless of your orientation, your race, your religion, or whatever, man, we're all people.
Yeah.
We all deserve love and respect and friendship, and like, man,
You spurted a thought. And I hate to interrupt you, but we're talking about homosexuality and religion. These nutbags at the Westboro Church.
oh my God, they're the worst people.
Okay. So, one of the things as a Christian,
We're gonna go over an hour, and I'm okay with that. Let's go.
one of the things as a Christian, do unto others as others would do unto you, as you want others to do unto you.
Actually, I got one better for you. I hate to cut you off, but I've got one better.
What's
Since
up?
you mentioned Christians, let me explain something real quick. Let me throw some actual Bible knowledge on you. So check this out.
I tried.
So Jesus said in the New Testament that he gave two commandments, okay, and that was to love God with all of your heart, soul, mind, body, and strength,
Right.
and to love your neighbor as you love yourself. He
Yeah.
said if you do these two things, you will fulfill all of the laws of Moses completely
Yeah.
and fully. If you do those two things, those are the two things that you should do as a Christian, if you don't know how to do anything else, do those two things, and then you're good. That's it.
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church does not do that at all. I don't consider them a church. I consider them a hate group.
They're a cult.
Yeah, they're the worst.
So, they're these big Christians. We do everything as Jesus says, except for love thy neighbor.
Yeah,
Because
or love God.
Because
Honestly,
they will have signs that literally say, if you're a faggot, I will kill you.
Yeah,
God will kill you if you're a faggot.
yeah. It's oh my god,
Like,
dude.
oh my God, really? And then I've known people personally who consider themselves Christians, but then they're talking about, I don't deal with no faggots. Like,
That's not love in your heart at all.
So you're a Christian. You're a Christian. You consider yourself a great person because you're a Christian, but meanwhile, you're talking about killing, quote, faggots, and then you're snorting pills off a coffee table. You beat your wife. Like, really? Really?
I was watching a sermon one time. It was like a 10-minute long video on YouTube by Francis Chan, and he was talking about the LGBT community, and he was talking about. He said that his problem is the church has overly demonized one thing, homosexuality.
Yeah.
But they do literally nothing about divorce. Which when you're talking about biblical stuff, divorce is so much worse than most things. It's like just as bad as murder, because God is a covenant God, and the marriage is a covenant, and divorce is a breaking of that.
Yeah.
And yet they'll excommunicate people for being gay, but they'll do nothing to couples for getting divorced.
And it's just like I said, I have talked to people personally that consider themselves great Christians and talk about killing their kid or beating their kid if they're gay. And then, like I said, they snort pills and drink like a fish and then abuse their wife. It's like,
they're hypocrites.
I don't know where we got locked in this idea where everyone has to go by what we think. This is why we are where we are in this country, why everyone hates each other. Because you don't like the music I do. You don't like the TV shows I do. You don't think the way I do. F you.
And see, that's wrong, man. Look, this is how I am a Christian, okay? And I go to church, and I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. Like, my only concern about a person isn't what they do behind closed doors, isn't what they do with their life. My only concern is, do you know Jesus? Right. That's it. Because if you know Jesus, then you let him sort out what you should and shouldn't do. And don't leave it up to me to dictate based on my beliefs what you should do.
Listen.
You should that's between you and God, man.
As long as you're not committing some crime, murder, rape, child molestation.
That's as churchy as I think I've ever gotten on this show.
Yeah, if you're not doing rape, murder, child molestation, if you're not hurting people, I don't give a shit what you do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not hurting yourself or other people, I mean, that's none of my business, man.
I mean,
but
this idea of, especially here, the older people, they are the absolute worst about it. As I have family members, and they would tell, well, they're gay. They ought to not allow them in this store.
Oh, whatever.
Like,
whatever.
How does that affect you?
It doesn't.
Like, I legitimately talked to this person and tried to have a conversation.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so this guy's gay. You don't want him coming into the store because he's gay. How does him being gay affect you and what you're trying to do trying to shop for in this store?
It doesn't.
They just ought not allow it. Why?
I've said it before on this podcast, and I'm going to say it again right now. It is 100% free, and this is important. It's 100% free for you to mind your own business.
Yes, to mind your own effing business.
The only time it should be your business is when it's a danger to you or themselves or someone else.
Right.
Like, outside of that, dude, mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business. If you've been given an opportunity to speak into someone's life, that's different.
Yeah.
But
if someone
if you
asks you your opinion,
Yeah.
by all means.
If not, then dude, just mind your business.
Yeah.
Love people.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
So, folks who are listening to this, we're about to wrap up. Folks who
we
are
gotta
listening
go.
to this, if you're gay,
We love you. We don't hate you.
screw everyone else.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
And for you folks who want to kill them because they're gay,
Reevaluate
Mrs.
your
Dan the
life.
Man, 3 earmuffs in 3, 2, 1. Go fuck yourself. Not you, Mrs. Dan the Man, but I'm talking about the people that have problems with gay folks. So, that's our rant for the day. Again, Friday, we will be doing a video podcast. A newbie will be reviewing Star Wars, the first movie that was released. I don't know what movie it is in the was it the 4th one?
Yeah. Episode 4.
Episode 4, A New Hope. So, tune in. We're going to do it.
Do it to it.
Do it to it. I'm going to tell you what I think about it.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you this little nugget.
It's one little nugget.
It was a little bit better than I thought.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm clapping for you.
Now,
Applause of 1.
yeah. Well, I'll save this for Friday.
Yeah.
Tune in Friday.
Tune in Friday.
So, until then, be good. Be good to each other. Have a great Tuesday night.